status of its complementary thesis, or I don't remember the exact name, but you can contact the faculty, write a thesis. Of course, you have to find an advisor. And if you complete the thesis at the required grade, then you may apply for a doctoral studies.
Means that basically this MBA from Tel Aviv, from the neighbor city, is not.
No, it doesn't. It's not the university. It's the fact that your master's doesn't have a thesis, doesn't include a thesis. That's the thing that's the assignment that you have to complete before applying for doctoral studies.
Mm. Okay.
Any other questions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Meche from Cameroon.
Nice to meet
I have
you.
a question. Actually, I just finished my MSc in Nutritional Sciences in a HUJI.
Okay.
And I did my MSc thesis in a nanotechnology lab. So I found some difficulties to apply for PhD. I applied in a life science, and the research committee realized that I am not fit for life science due to the mix in the MSc. So I have a problem of finding a complementary PhD that matches with my nutritional science, then a PhD in emotion science. The thesis, please. I did a thesis in a volcanic and my MSc in a HUJI.
Okay.
So I don't know if I can have advice from the academic, I don't know, the committee.
You say that you have already applied and they did not accept you, or?
Yeah, I was rejected in 5 days ago.
Mm-hmm. And of course, you do already have a potential advisor, right?
The advisor, he's the one who told me this in this faculty, in this life science, we have the academic committee. He forwarded my documents.
Mm-hmm.
So while forwarding my documents, they realized that I cannot work in the life science in his lab, in fact.
Okay. This is more an academic issue. If you can send me the details, okay? What is your name? What was who was the person in the authority that handled your application? Do you remember?
The name of the professor?
No, the name of the person in our office that handled your application. I just want to see the details, and then I will be able to advise.
I sent my application directly to the PhD mentor, Oren, in the life science. So he's the one who forwarded my documents to the committee. I don't really know.
Okay, so since this is very specific question, I would really like to have your email address, and I write to you, or you can write to me, and we take all the details and see what we can do about it.
Okay. So you send me your email.
Can you write your email address in the chat, or just contact?
Okay, I should do it now.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
This is Sandra.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I'm calling from, I'm speaking from Nigeria. And my question is, I actually graduated from the Department of History and International Studies from a Nigerian university, and I have my MA. Even though I'm yet to do my clearance, but my thesis is ready and my result is ready. I actually had a 4.1. I don't know how to convert that to 85 or 100 or something percent, but I know that per our grade, I had a grade of 4.1. And so I'm thinking, I'm actually thinking, this is my first time trying to apply, it's my first time in the open day and all that. So I love Israel, and I'm thinking of going forward with either history, either what do they call it, international law or diplomacy, or well, I think I saw this course on leadership or thereabout. So I don't know. I'm thinking I would love you to give me an advice on which which of the courses that would fly or go well for me. That's my question based on my result.
Okay, so this is a more academic question, and we are dealing mainly in the administrative aspects of the procedures. I think I suggested you try to go to the room of the relevant department, academic department, and there you will be able to get more information about the academic content of the courses and the research.
Which of the rooms are you redirecting me to right now?
You said it's history?
Yes, I've studied history and international studies.
Okay, just a minute. I try to take a photo of the list of rooms. Let's see if I have it. Just a minute, sorry. Okay, so it can be either history, which is, I don't think they have a room. I don't see a room. There is just a minute, archaeology. No, I don't see a room of the history department. What was the other academic research you mentioned? You said history and what else?
International studies.
Okay. Okay, I see that not all the fields of research are represented today. There is contemporary, no, economics, urban informatics. It's not exactly what you're looking for. I suggest that you contact the departments either through the International Information Center. They will be able to help you, or directly to the relevant departments after today's meeting. But I'm sorry, I don't see representatives here right now.
Okay, what room is local?
Okay. Local is in room number 14.
Room number 14.
14.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Sorry, I couldn't help more. Yeah. Yes, any other questions?
Hello, ma'am. Very good evening.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I'm Shwetank from India.
Mhm.
Ma'am, actually, I have done my master's from Delhi University,
Mhm.
but I am not, means this grade I cannot get, means minimum grade of 85. Actually, we have this percentage basis and I have around 58.5% in my LLM. So am I eligible to apply for this PhD course in law?
But I'm not familiar with the grading scale that you mentioned. What happens in the university is that when applicants from overseas apply to the university, they send the transcripts and diplomas, and we send it to a unit that specializes in evaluating degrees from abroad. They can check the equivalence to our grading scale. So I cannot tell you right now. You may send me your transcripts, and I'll
Okay, ma'am.
forward it for a review, and they will be able to give you an answer.
Ma'am, actually, I have done my B.Pharm also. I have done my bachelor in pharmacy, and then I pursued my career in law. So in pharmacy, I have a grade of 7.5 or CGPA. That's 7.5 CGPA that I have in B Pharma. And then in law means LLB and LLM, it's means in DU we have this Delhi University, we have this percentile basis on which out of 100% I have scored 58% in LLB and LLM as well. Being a traditional university, so we don't get so much marks there.
Okay.
So it is based on 100%. So out of 100%, if it is of 100 marks, I have scored 58.
Mhm. Okay, I still suggest that you send, and we'll make sure that this is the right comparison between your grading scale and ours. It's you can send it. What is your field of interest for research in the PhD studies?
Ma'am, PhD, I'm interested in doing my research in healthcare laws, specifically on the blood regulations, a comparative study, where in this COVID scenario, we have seen that this requirement of blood for research. So I am looking for a regulation which specifically prescribes about this, means the collection of blood from a patient who has just recovered or from any of the virulent disease. So generally the blood donation happens the globally wherein we collect blood from the patients who are from the person who are well healthy, but in this case we need the blood of a patient. So I am studying the regulation in India actually for now being presently there is no as such regulation comprehensively dealing with this kind of situation. So I am studying this vis-a-vis the regulation existing in some of the countries wherein they have a specific regulation regarding this. So it is a comparative study and based, I mean, majorly it is related to the healthcare laws which is existing globally.
Okay. So, okay, so please send me your transcripts, and maybe I'll just try to write my email in the chat. Okay, here is my email. So please send the documents, and I'll send it for evaluation.
So ma'am, I need to send my transcript of B Pharma as well, and along with my LLB and LLM, or
Yes.
only of the masters?
Both, a bachelor's and a master's degree.
Okay, ma'am. I have means 2 bachelors, one in pharmacy and one in law. So I will be sending both the transcripts.
Since it is only just an initial review and it's not an application yet, so you can just
Okay,
send
ma'am.
everything, and we'll see how to continue.
Ma'am, till what time I can send you? Actually, I have to apply for the transcript from the university.
Whenever you like, it's no problem. Just email it to me, and I'll take care of it.
Okay, ma'am, just one more question. Ma'am, what are the generally intake means in there means in a year, how many times we need to apply, or for how many times in an year this application is open for the PhD students?
It depends. If it's in the experimental sciences, it's throughout the year. There is
In
no.
particularly in law.
If it's in law, it's there are open application twice a year, before the first semester and the second semester. As far as I remember, if you would like to be accepted and begin your studies in October, you have to apply by July 1st.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. And ma'am, what are the criteria for scholarships?
Scholarships are an issue to discuss with the potential advisor. One of the prerequisites for applying is finding an advisor. Scholarship usually are given by the advisors or the academic units. So you first have to find an advisor.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Yes.
Ms. Weiss, can I read you a question from the chat?
If I can read a question, just a minute.
We have a good question from Johanna Krasinski.
Regarding finding do you have about finding an advisor?
Johanna Krasinski is asking about if she's a resident physician from Kosovo and interested in a PhD program, knowing if her university is not quite known, what examinations does she need to take, like extra exams or whatever?
Just a minute, I'm reading the questions. When a candidate applies, as I said before, we send the documents, the transcript and diplomas for evaluation. It's not a matter of a known or unknown university. There is a list of recognized university by the Hebrew University, and this unit will check whether this university is recognized or not. So everybody is just invited to send us the documents, and we'll check both the university and the grades to see if the candidate meets the prerequisite conditions. I hope this answers the question. Hello? Shemir?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Hello?
Roberto, can you hear us? You had a question as well?
Yes, I can hear you, yes. Hello, I am teacher of the Universidad Nacional de Asunción at Paraguay, and I am a PhD. I have a PhD. I want to have a postdoctoral study in material science, yes, especially on concrete or in ceramics. Who I shall apply and all this. I also I can exchange from, I can teach this on these themes. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm sorry, but we're not familiar with the postdoctoral studies. Tom, do you have details of the person who deals with it?
Yeah, I'll send a link right in the chat for postdoctoral studies, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
Yeah, hello, ma'am. Myself, Devasis from India. So, ma'am, actually, I'm currently pursuing my master's in public administration and political sciences. So, ma'am, actually wanted to have a PhD in public administration from the HUJI. So, ma'am, what are the requirements that I need to fulfill?
Do you
Continuing,
okay,
so
it's
yes,
the
ma'am.
prerequisites that are on the screen. If you can see them, it's you have to hold a master's degree with physics with these grades. You have to find a potential advisor who agrees to supervise you, and you have to have English knowledge level and submit a document that like a TOEFL test results.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so these are the three primary conditions. After you submit all the documents, your application file will be sent to a PhD committee, which will make a decision about acceptance. Sometimes they also require interviews, and not all the committees, but part of them.
Okay, ma'am. So actually, I wanted to ask actually. So, ma'am, there is this grading problem, and Yes, I don't think every university recognizes the university where I'm currently enrolled. So, because it is a very regional university where I'm currently enrolled. So, what are the process uh, to actually means this minimum grade to meet the minimum grade of 85? So yes, ma'am. That is
In order really to give you an answer, we will have to receive your documents, I mean transcript, diplomas, and we send it for review.
okay, ma'am. And ma'am, how can I find an advisor in the field of public administration?
I sent a link in chat via how to contact an advisor and a supervisor. I'll send
Okay,
it
sir.
again.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Hi, I'm sorry. Can you hear me, Neta?
Yes, yes.
I am kind of late to the meeting, so I missed most of the questions and answers. My question is in regards to doing a PhD at Hebrew University. I have already completed a master's at Rothberg, and tomorrow I'm having a meeting with one of my professors to see if he can perhaps be my
Supervisor?
my advisor on the thesis. But I want to know what the steps are, and I'm most concerned with the financial part. It is my understanding that I could possibly hold a job as a student. So I'll let you answer now.
Your question is only about the funding, or also about the procedure for applying?
Yeah, the following steps that are part of the application process. After I have already
An advisor?
after I have already had a professor be my my advisor. Yeah.
Mhm.
What are the following steps, and then I want to ask about the financial part.
Okay, so your master's from Rothberg, does it include a thesis? Because as far as
No, I'm speaking to a professor tomorrow in order to do the thesis. I haven't done that, so that would
okay,
be step one.
okay. So at this stage, you have to contact the social sciences faculty, as far as I understand. If it's public policy, you said?
Jewish studies, it's
Jewish studies,
humanities.
sorry. So, okay, so you have to contact the humanities and apply for a complementary student status in order to do the thesis. After you complete it, and as far as I know, you have to reach a certain grade, and I don't know if it's 85 or 90, they will let you know. After completing the thesis, you will be able to apply for doctoral studies.
Okay, and so once I apply for doctoral studies, is it possible to find a job with a student visa in Israel in order to support myself?
You're not a citizen, I understand?
That is correct.
Okay, so I'm not sure about this issue. We don't, it's not something that the authority for research can deal with, but you may ask again, both your advisor and your faculty, or even the specific department. What are the possibilities for getting any positions there?
Thank you for your time, Nita.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks.
Any other questions?
Hello, ma'am. One more question. I have one more doubt I have actually.
Yeah.
I just want to know means any 4-year course, is it treated as equivalent to a master's course, or do I need to have a master's course separately in that division? Like if I have done my 4 years in Bachelor of Pharmacy, so generally it's treated as, means it is equivalent to master. So I'm just confirming it. Do you treat it as equivalent to masters or not?
This will be just the same review that I told about before. I cannot tell until we send the documents for evaluation.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other question?
There's a few questions in chat.
Chat, yes, I tried to read and answer. איך אני עונה למישהו ספציפי כשיש רשימה ארוכה?
Who do you want to reply? I can read the question and you can.
Okay, so I
okay.
just read.
Let's start with Gupta, Suruchi Gupta.
Okay.
He's asking what to do if he already contacted the supervisor and they haven't replied yet. Does he need to use more networking via contacting the head of the faculty unit?
It's possible to contact the head of the specific department or contact the International Information Center. They might be able to help.
All right, and Sangeeta Paul is asking if he did not write a thesis, can he apply for a PhD at HUJI?
No, first the candidate has to complete the thesis in the relevant department or faculty, and only after completing it, it's possible to apply for PhD studies.
All right. By the way, if you have any questions as the life in Jerusalem, the student life or whatever it is, I would be happy to answer, but just saying.
Okay, what other questions we have not answered yet?
Any other questions?
Yes, no, I cannot find now the questions I saw before. Someone asked about which department to apply for if the topic is interdisciplinary. So actually, the best thing is to talk about it with the advisor, potential advisor, and see what his or her opinion is. That's the best beginning to think about the issue. And then if anybody wants to consult us, very welcome to do so. Are there any other questions that you see that I missed?
One new question. If I apply for a PhD program in 2022, when is the deadline?
Okay, so if it's in the experimental sciences, about 3 months before the beginning of studies, it will be fine. If it's the non-experimental sciences, there are two two dates for applying. One is the 1st of December for the second semester, and 1st of July for the beginning of the academic year. What else? PhD and postdoc.
Well, yeah, we have another question from Charles. Is interested in a PhD in post-harvest. It is quite difficult to get an advisor. There seems to be no space or funding. He wasn't here when we spoke about the advisor before, so.
Okay. Okay, funding, as far as I know, is just the scholarships. And this is, as I said before, an issue to discuss with the advisor or the department that you apply for. Any other information that you would like to check now? Okay, Tom, do you have anything to say in general about that you know that I might not know about the general information that might be relevant?
I think PhD wise and research and thesis advisor, all of that's been covered. I can just honestly say that as a student here, the level and the determination, both are quite high. And it's a fun environment to be a student in, regardless of the degree. If you do have any more questions, now is the time, I think. No?
Yes, and you can always write to us and ask for further information. We'll be happy to answer. Okay, so the main session continues, or?
I'm not quite sure. I'm checking it right now.
Okay.
You couldn't hear me, sorry. As an information for everyone, we're going back to the main room in 10 minutes. So now it's really, if you still have questions, now you can ask them.
I think we're fine with the questions.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, if you don't have questions anymore, you can also go to any other room if you have questions about, you know, the admissions process, or if you want to go back, the main room is still open, so you can, of course, also join it.
Thank you.
Neta, I sent you a question in chat.
Okay. Maybe I'll share the contact details of the authority. Just a minute. Do you see the contact page? Contact us page? Tom, is it? Do
Sorry,
you see
what?
do you see the contact details that I shared, or it's not?
I haven't shared the contacts yet. That's why I double checked with you.
No,
And
the the authorities team. I'm just trying to share it now. Just a minute.
I'll double check it on my end. We have another question, by the way.
Okay.
Sangeeta Paul wants to talk about the application process. Does the application need to send thesis proposal or just an abstract?
Abstract of the master thesis. Is that the question, or about the intentions of research for the PhD studies?
I'm not quite sure myself. If it's
Research for the PhD studies.
Okay, so there is a list of documents that should be submitted. One of them is the intentions of research, yes. It's a short document.
So you mean it's a proposal, right? What I'm going to research during my
Right.
PhD.
Exactly. And you have to, yes, prepare the document with a potential advisor. Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Just a minute. Screen. Okay, these are the details of the authorities for research students team. If anybody here is interested in the non-experimental sciences, he or she may contact Michal Stein. Her details are here, if you can see it. And my details, net advice, is on the bottom of the list for studies in the experimental sciences, if you have any questions.
Abu Nazar, I also sent you a link in chat regarding your question. Meta has a question about a PhD in management and finance process.
What is the, in the chat also, or what is the exact question?
From what I understand, he wants to know as an Indian, what's the process for him to join a PhD specifically in management and finance?
I don't know if they have specific requirements. Anyway, I think it would be helpful to contact the business school directly and consult with their advisor, PhD advisor of the department of the school. Any other questions before we go back to the main session.
We have another question from Abu Nezer, which is asking, he's asking what the requirements are for the PhD in Finance and Management. Abu Nezer, I sent you a link. I'll send it to you again. You can see all the criteria there if you wish.
Sir, I'm asking that. Hello?
Yeah. We can hear you.
Yeah, I'm asking that for Indian students, what are the process? I'm out of country now. So
I'm not sure I understand
Hello?
the questions correctly.
Hello?
Could you please repeat the question, because I'm not sure I understood it correctly?
Yeah, actually, I want the requirement for Indian students. Process to enter in our college. What are the requirements?
They are, Tom, you said that you sent a link for.
Yes, I'm gonna send you the link for the requirements again.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Either from India or from a
Yeah,
different
okay,
country. I
sir.
don't think it matters. Okay.
No, it doesn't
So-
matter, but do you have the specific requirements of the business school?
I have the link for the business school main page with the whole information, contact info, and links available.